Hey folks, I'm Chris and I'm your Commander Mechanic. Just a reminder that we are on our way to 10,000 subscribers on the channel. I really want to hit that goal by the end of April, so if you're not already a subscriber, hit that button. Every week on Twitch, chat and I brew a new deck. If you want to be a part of the deck early and give me your 2 cents, be sure to join in. Twitch.tv/Commander Mechanic. This week, we took a look at the newly revealed Planeswalker as Commander from the upcoming sequel to both Commander Legends and Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. It's Minsc Boo, Timeless Heroes from the Commander Legends 2 Battle for Baldur's Gate set. A rare Commander as Planeswalker, we're promised to be getting more in this set. This Gruul duo is a 4 mana for 3 loyalty Planeswalker. They have a passive ability that reads, when they enter the battlefield or at the beginning of your upkeep, you may create a 1/1 red hamster creature token with haste and trample named Boo. Their +1 ability reads, put 3 +1/+1 counters on up to 1 target creature you control with haste or trample. And their -2 ability reads, sacrifice a creature. When you do, deal X damage to any target where X is the sacrificed creature's power. If the sacrificed creature was a hamster, draw X cards. That's right, we've got a repeatable fling effect in the command zone. Right away, Chad and I started talking about possibilities. Making haste or trample themed decks using +1/+1 counter synergies, or making the most of that fling effect. And in the end, we chose a little bit of all of that. The most important thing to note here, and when playing a Planeswalker as Commander, is the cadence of using their abilities. Because Minsc and Boo start with 3 loyalty and either +1 or -2, this means we're looking at 2 real options for play patterns. The turn we play Minsc and Boo, we could immediately fling a creature we already have in play, dropping our Planeswalker to just 1 loyalty. Then if we want to fling again, we'll need to use that +1 ability at least once, meaning we fling twice in 3 turns. Or we could immediately +1 after playing our commander, allowing us to fling both of the following turns. This still nets us 2 flings in 3 turns, but allows us to set up a bit more if we don't have fling fodder in play already. And while we built the deck to be a big Gruul Stompy deck, we want to take advantage of some of the synergies in the deck. And our main synergy is big power. We're going to be doing everything in our power to pump creatures to ridiculous sizes, from Xenagos God of Revels to Unnatural Growth to Overwhelming Stampede. The goal here is to double our creatures' power, then double them again, then throw them at our opponents. Ball Lightning style cards are great sources of this, largely because they're disposable. Ball Lightning, Blistering Firecat, and Groundbreaker are all 6 or 7 power for just 3 to 4 mana. That ratio of power to mana cost is important as well. If we can get more value out of a creature than we paid for it, it is perfect for this deck. This goes for creatures that grow naturally as well, like Managorger Hydra or Taurian Mauler. In a 4-player game of Commander, these easily become 8 power creatures within a single turn cycle. All the better to pump and throw at opponents. We have some creatures in here that pump themselves too, like Targ-Nar, Demon Fang Knoll. Coming down on turn 2 and with the excellent Pack Tactics ability, we can pay 4 mana to double Targ-Nar's power until end of turn. Excellent because we're already going to be doubling his power, and because the ability can be activated multiple times in a turn. The same goes for Chameleon Colossus with the same ability. If we're able to double its power, then double it again, we get to both attack and fling this monster at opponents for big benefits. We want redundancy for fling effects in the deck as well, so we make sure to include Fling, Thud, and Kazul's Fury. We want to ensure that we have extra reach if combat isn't going to be profitable, or if we're unable to cast our commander. Being able to potentially fling 2 massive beaters in a single turn, one from a spell and one from our commander, is a big gotcha moment. It is important to note that there's another clause on that fling ability on Minsc and Boo. If the sacrifice creature was a hamster, draw X cards. That is crucial here. This is going to be a big way for us to have reliable card advantage in this deck, so let's ensure that the Boo token isn't our only hamster. I mentioned 2 sneaky hamsters already. Did you catch them? Both Taurian Mauler and Chameleon Colossus are changelings, making them every creature type including Hamster. This means if we fling them, we get to draw cards equal to their power, and that's usually going to be huge. We also included Maskwood Nexus in the deck to ensure everything we fling is a hamster and draws us cards. I also really like Amorphous Axe for this effect in this list, since we don't necessarily want every creature to be a hamster, but at very least we want the one we're throwing at opponents to be a hamster. For just 2 mana, anything we can control can be a hamster whenever we want. We have to be very careful about longevity in this deck though. If we don't get our Fling engine online, if Minsc Boo get countered or removed before we're able to get them repeatedly, then we, by default, are just a Gruul Stompy deck. Not that that's a bad thing, but it's not the most exciting thing. With our commander being one of our sources of card draw, we will need some redundancy, like Rishkar's Expertise, caring about our massive creatures and giving us a way to free cast spells afterwards for another body or a free fling effect. Or Greater Good, allowing us another avenue to sacrifice creatures and draw cards equal to their very buffed power. We'll have to discard some cards, but that's fine when we can realistically draw 20% of our deck at a time. We also have Momentous Fall, a one-time effect that allows us to sacrifice a creature to not only draw cards, but gain life. Very important in a deck where we're likely to be drawing some very justified aggression. An important thing to note is that this deck is very intensive on color requirements. It's a 2-color deck so we can pull it off, but we have multiple cards that require triple red or triple green mana to cast. As such, I've ensured we're running almost no lands that make only colorless mana, and that we can pick and choose which lands we're ramping into with our ramp options. Being able to cast a Thunderblast the turn before a Vigor is entirely possible. If I were to upgrade this list, I would love to fit in a Great Henge. The cost couldn't really be justified as we're right around the $300 mark at time of recording, and Great Henge alone added over $70 to the budget. The other potential upgrade is powering this up with an infinite combo line. It was recommended to add in Grumgully as a combo enabler in the deck if we were leaning more on the +1/+1 counter theme with repeatable sack outlets and creatures with the Persist ability. This allows us to sacrifice them over and over again and have Grumgully or Rhythm of the Wild's +1/+1 counter negate the -1/-1 counter of Persist, allowing for infinite sacrifices. But in the end, I decided against it. However, adding a 3 to 4 card package that would be necessary for this combo is perfectly viable to be included in this deck. This list is a mean aggro deck with some ways to go up and over combat too, dealing huge amounts of damage and throwing your big beefy boys at opponents. Sick 'em, boo! Be sure to check out the full deck list in the description below, and be sure to follow me on Moxfield. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join me each week on Twitch as we brew new, wacky builds. Let me know in the comments below if I missed anything, or if there's anything you'd include in a Minsc Boo brew. And, as always folks, good luck and have fun.